Merry Christmas and Happy Halloween! I don't know why I just did that, but it felt like the right thing to do. Today is December 24th, 2016. 24th or 23rd? Yeah, 24th. I'm out of my mind. Whatever. And I ordered this on, what was it? November something. Such is domestic shipping from China, I suppose. I don't know. I've purchased from these guys before. Let's see, at least 3 times from them before. So I mean, I suppose I should be fortunate that I live on the west coast of the United States, because if I'd lived on the east coast, or if I'd lived in Canada, or even Europe, I've heard, I'm pretty sure the shipping would have taken much longer than 20, 24, 25 days, something like that. Anyways, I don't know. I just kind of ran out of interesting things to say. Let's get on with it. My parents asked me when I got this. I actually got this on Tuesday, which was, what, 4 days ago. And my parents asked me, oh, what's in the box? What's in the box? And so I cracked the seal on the box, but I haven't actually opened anything. So technically, this is an unboxing. Why is it? I don't understand. I'm pretty sure none of you work. Let's see, I'm trying to make sure I have the right one. Okay. Why is it that Toys, sometimes they ship the box and sometimes they don't? 2 of the 3 orders that I got from sirtoys.com didn't come with the box. It came in a box, but it came, stuffed with its own packaging and wrapped up in, oh my, that's big. That's what she said. It came in individually wrapped bags, like this. What's up with that? Like I said, it's happened before, but, I'm still allowed to wonder why. And the official sirtoys.com bootleg knockoff, whatever this is. It's a tow truck with mud tires, I guess. Does this winch moves up and down? It certainly has better quality than the last knockoff I got. Actually, it's good plastic to it. Friction, no, but still appreciated. I don't know, I'd call this Titan Master size, I suppose. Minicons used to be bigger than this. Well, shoulders, and he can sit. So, yeah. I kept the other ones from the previous sets I got from them, so I can't call him a Minicon, I can't call him a Micromaster. I guess he would be I guess nowadays the term is Titan Master. Well, no, I guess it's not a Titan Master because he doesn't plug in anywhere. I don't even know if this is a knockoff or whatever. Still got little razor edged barbs on the sides and stuff there where they cut it off from the tree or the spruce. Spruce or tree? Spruce tree. Anyways, so there's that. So these 3 toys come from sirtoys.com. I said that already, didn't I? And they come from, they are not knockoffs, they are not bootlegs. They come from the 3rd season of what has come to be known as the Giant Saver series. In this particular case, it comes from the Giant Saver Rescue series, which began in late 2016 in China. Giant Saver is essentially China's answer to the Japanese Super Sentai franchise. Over here in the US, you would call it Power Rangers. So this is essentially Chinese Power Rangers. Except it's not a knockoff, it's not a bootleg, it's not a copycat, it's their interpretation. So these are all original molds, original designs that come out of China. They were manufactured there, they were designed there, they were exported from there. little bit of debate on what this first one is called. People say this is a vehicle. It's not, but I'm just going to get it out of the way right now. That this is not a vehicle. This is not a vehicle. It's just an accessory. It's just a thing that attaches. Although it does look really, really nice. Maybe it's more like a drone. I can't tell. It does have kind of a cockpit appearance on it. A little hollow on the back, whatever. There is a good reason for that. Sadly, they put like a little joint right there, or what looks like a joint, one of those faux joints. But the problem is, the joints don't attach to anything. It's a single. It doesn't flex. It doesn't bend. There's a single wheel right here, and then it drags on these two joints here. So, I mean, some people say it's a vehicle. Some people say it belongs to the what's it called? Giant Saver Rescues Black Ranger. Some people say it belongs to him. I don't think it does. I don't think it does, because the Black Ranger, whatever he's called in China, I don't know. The Black Ranger has his own vehicle, so it must have been rumor when we hadn't seen the second mecha yet. People thought that this is the Black Ranger's vehicle. So, but the reason I bring this up is this is useless. This just comes with rescue engine. It doesn't actually become part of it. Or it doesn't have any function, and it's stored on it. So, this can just kind of go away for now. Actually, I'll put it back here. Note that it's there, but that it is not going to be used. See, it takes all this time to individually wrap things. But I've seen the Giant Saver series, the Giant Saver toys, they do come in styrofoam packaged boxes. Why does their toys... I don't get. I'm not complaining, although I did pay for these things. Is it to lessen the price, or I don't know. What's all this time and effort into individually bagging them? I don't quite get it. Oh, cool. Here's your light up function. And I just learned yesterday from Prime92, who also buys these things, that this and the other two that are in here, these are actually badges, like insignia that the Rangers, whatever they're called, well, I don't know what they're called in China. I don't know what the individual Rangers are called. Red Ranger, or Black Ranger, or Yellow, Blue, I don't know. But anyways, these are actually badge insignia, and on their transformation device, which actually looks like a walkie-talkie, so it's got one button on the side, and then it's got these badges that sit on the bottom, and there's 5 of them that come with this particular transformation device. They don't have lights in them, but they do look just like this. And so the question was asked, I don't know if I'm going to get the transformation device or not. I don't know. I only just saw it yesterday and very limited information. I don't know if these will plug into the henshin device. I don't know. It's too early for me to say. If you know, please let me know. Oops. Anyways, this is the extent of the electronics right there. No sounds, it's just a single button. It's on top right here. Kind of like the Matrix of Leadership. Old school G1 Matrix of Leadership. Kind of. I can live with that. There's a front of the fire engine. Nice detailing. Which at this point has come to be expected from Giant Saver series. The previous 2 series, actually happened, they don't happen every year. They actually happen once every 2 years. Because I suppose China doesn't have not the entire nation of China, but the entertainment industry that makes Giant Saber, they don't have the ability to, they don't have the infrastructure, the ability yet to make one once a year and have an original design that comes out once a year. Yeah, China makes its own original plastic toys. Yeah, sure, but just, oh look, head articulation. Sweet. China does have an ability to make its own original toy designs. That's fine. Yeah, there it is, done. They have the ability to make their own toys, but I guess the country's just better known for their knockoffs. Whatever. And that actually doesn't come off for any of the transmissions, as I understand it. Just stays there. So whatever. Anyways, as I was saying, there was the first series, which came out in 2002. I'm sorry, 2012. It was called Giant Braver. It had a longer title, I don't know. It's called Giant Braver. And they had about 12 individual mecha. It was their first attempt at, oddly, doing their own original Super Sentai homage. I can't say knockoff, because it's not, but that was their first attempt at, ooh. Those hip joints aren't as strong as I was expecting. People are like, oh, the joints are so much stronger. And I'm like, yeah, it doesn't feel very strong. Putting it together, though, that's where I've heard the complaints. Holy smokes. That is kind of strong. But it needs to be. In order to hold the legs onto torsos, it needs to be. So the first one was Giant Braver, which was in 2012. The second one was, it has kind of an awkward title. It's called Giant Saver Space Deleter. But people over in the US, they just call it Space Deleter. That came out in 2014. And just in case you don't know, I have all 3 mecha from Space Deleter. So. Yeah, it is a little loose. Reviewers frequently complain about how loose this particular joint is. You can see it's starting to give, but it's not going to pop off unless I like shake it. So I mean, yeah, it is loose, but it's okay. It's not an essential joint, because this arm, spoiler alert, this arm, which doesn't have an open hand on it, it's not meant to hold heavy loads. You know, it's not meant to, you don't attach something to it and then attach something to it. So I mean, at this point, it's okay. And considering you do have to part swap with this thing, which Super Sentai also does, so whatever, that doesn't bother me. So in a way, this should come off easily. Not too easily. It should be able to stay on and hang for 15 years, collecting shelf and be in its pose and whatever, but that's not bad. Although you can put the ladder. I think it's a ladder. I don't think it's a sword or shield. It probably is used as a sword. I mean, lest you look at Daiboken from 2006, Go-Go Sentai Bokenger. It had a sword made out of a pickaxe, which sounds awfulsome, and a shovel, which was more like a trowel, gardening trowel, but whatever. I think I'll leave that closed for now. Why not? Paint smudge. That's okay. It's the first one so far. There's not a lot of paint on here. It's just the black and the neon yellow. Which, by the way, neon yellow. It sounds weird, But then again, you know, neon green, yellow, purple, black, and orange. You wouldn't think that goes together really well, but put together in the right combination, it looks pretty fucking sweet. So as I understand it, this is Rescue Engine. I've heard some people say it's just called Engine. I've heard some people say it's called a Rescue Engine. I'm going to call it Rescue Engine because the other two have two-word names as well. So I don't know what this is called individually, though, and I almost forgot that. I don't know what the individual mechas are called yet, but I'll get there. And then here's animated deluxe class Voyager, or a deluxe class Ratchet. Damn, I messed up the joke. I've been planning that joke for 3 days and I screwed it up on camera. I meant to say deluxe class animated Ratchet is what I meant to say. Earth mode, of course. And that's just a cute little box van. Exposed joint, whatever. Here's the cool thing that kind of drives everybody crazy. Gotta learn where to grab it. You open up the sides, and it becomes a flying thing. How do we get these out of here? How? Oddly, you need to allow, like, much as we Westerners and collectors from Japan, much as we bitch and moan about this, you do need to have a little space for fingernails to get in there and at least catch. Not on a strong ratcheting joint, mind you, or on a strong friction joint, but just enough so like we can actually get in there and pull the bloody thing out without breaking fingernails. You know, just we need a little give in there. How am I gonna get those out of there? I mean, it's just a ratcheting joint. It goes from here, flips around, and that's it. There's two of them, one on either side. But I don't know how to get it out. There's enough room for it to come out, just I can't get it out. You better come out of there. I'm going to use these scissors on you. It's not even that tight a joint. I guess they thought the joint was loose enough you'd be able to just pull it out with your finger or something. But unfortunately not. It's got some little dart guns, SRMs, lasers, I don't know what they are, which also operate in van mode. That is sweet. How often in Super Sentai do you see a big van or an ambulance? They've done ambulances a couple of times, and it just is what it is, and like the back opens up, and oh, there's medical supplies, you can evacuate something, but it's completely defenseless without the other four, you know? How often do we see that happening? It's nice to see that this has a 3 times. They did it 3 times. At least 3 times. 3... Did they have one in Bokinger? No. Oh yeah, Go-Go 8er. So yeah, they've done it 4 times. I don't think even Go-Go 8er had, there's that. And it's kind of odd, and it's on here as well. It does have rolling wheels, but they kind of cheaped out and didn't make the 3rd wheel on the front. So, whatever. Just a little van, a little ambulance van. Ambu-van? And then this thing, it just goes on the front. It's an accessory, but it doesn't get used in any of the combinations up until, spoiler alert, the very last mecha, or the Ultra, yeah, the ultimate combination, Ultra combination. So why they provided this with Rescue Engine, I don't know. Actually, a lot of people don't understand. It might be used as a drone, like they might use it in the show more often, but for the toy, it's absolutely useless. So, but there it is. And a little tractor friend. I shouldn't need the instructions. It's nice to use CGI models. That's nice. They even show the, they don't tell you how to do it, or do they? Oh. They show how to make the combination with the super combo. That's strange. Shows where it goes on the ultimate. The ultimate is in silhouette. Oh. I forgot about that. Okay. But they, because if you buy them in the in releasing order, they you should only have this one side of the instructions, and that's it. Whatever. And Chinese marketers, them they'd be kind of weird, yo. I'm kidding. Now, considering how you put it together, I'm pretty sure I don't need to look at the instructions for the transformation. Shouldn't have to. I mean, I don't know. Something might come up. First step, Ava. Really, first step, and you don't know what's happening. Oops, wrong button. Or wrong. Holy smokes. Yikes. The instructions show these as two different things. It's strange. I don't know why. I don't think, maybe this is a drone, but the question would be, what is this used for without the ladder accessory, or access to the fire engine components? Oh, here we go. It's a lot of ratchet for some kibble. Oh well. That's okay. Plastic's thin. That's surprising. I'm not saying that there's a standard one way or the other, but with the space deleter stuff, the plastic was it was a good quality plastic. Like the actual chemical composition was good, and it also had a nice thickness to it. The inside of this stuff is questionably thinner. It's still sturdy, just oh, so they do stand by themselves. Okay. Now you gotta reattach them individually. Hooray! I'm so glad that these sides are not telescoping. Like, I'll accept the fact that this goes back and forth just so we don't have a telescope. Why? Because attaching these is rather difficult, and if this had been telescoping, you'd have put an enormous amount of strain on the joint slip on the thigh slipping up and down. So I'll accept the fact that it doesn't move. I'm pleased they at least had enough common sense to not fall into that particular trap. There's a bit of debate as to whether or not there's a bit of debate as to whether or not the mask is supposed to be closed when it's like this or opened when it's like this. But yes, I can confirm you do have to turn the head side to side in order to open the thing up. Which, you know, whatever. So there's some debate in the community just because there's so little information, not just on the toy, but in what we see from the show. There's so little information. Did I do that wrong? No. On whether or not when Rescue Engine is by himself, is the mask open, or when Rescue Engine is alone, is the mask closed? So Please tell me which one it is, because I've heard both. I've heard both sides, but I've heard no definite answer, yes one way or yes the other. For the time being, I'll leave it closed. And we'll pull out your sword. That's what she said. Oh. I thought it plugged in like this. Maybe you've been playing with your Juoja toys way too much. Oh, kibble. Kibble. Now there's the disadvantage to having the kibble there. You can't put the arm straight down. It's always going to be outwards a little bit. Ah, that's unfortunate. So close. So you can put the arm straight forward when it's like this at 45 and 90 degrees, but when you put it down to 0 degrees, yeah, unfortunately, it's always going to bump up against this. You know, Transformers are known for that once in a great while, too. Here comes the cool part. Pick this up and flip it around like so. Next goes is this. You actually get a little rescue shield, which is nice. That's what I call it. Alright, the shoulder joint, the up and down motion, the up and down shoulder, a little loose. Or it's not loose, it's not loose, it's just, it's not very strong. And same problem again. It ratchets out to there, but it won't ratchet all the way, or it won't allow it to ratchet all the way down. Okay. Oh, no. So the only reason these pull down is so that the legs can be spread apart. Oh well. I can live with that. And you got a shield with a blade. I don't know if this is a... Maybe it's... I kind of like that idea. Oh yeah, and the other problem is the wheel bumps up against the shoulder. So if you want the shoulder to point upwards a little bit, or yeah, it can't go any higher. This one can. I can get this one to 90 degrees. But this one unfortunately bumps right up against that shoulder joint. So can I force it? No, won't let me. There's not enough clearance. Maybe. I think I'll just keep it like that. I guess this is going to be a standard pose. Alright. So he's going to look like when he's on the shelf. Good proportions too. I like this. Front of the feet are a little small, but that's okay. There's no major balancing. There's no major balancing issues, unlike some massive cubes that came out of Bandai Japan last year. Well, at this point, it's last year. So I don't know when I'm going to be posting this. Am I going to post these after Christmas or after New Year's? Oh, the tire bumps into the tire bumps into the gray joint that allows this to go up and down. So no matter what position I get this shoulder joint or this shoulder armor into, it will never, ever, ever be able to go up. Darn. I didn't know those could flip around. Doesn't look bad, just didn't know they could flip around. Well, don't say I didn't try. So that is Giant Saber Rescues rescue engine. Oh, right. The accessory that's just... I think this is just kind of a tease. Other way? Maybe. No. Time to look at the instructions. It's one clip pin pressing up against another one, and then it's wedged between the two. Oh, you crazy, crazy Chinese toy designers. Well, at least it doesn't get in the way of either arm, so I'll give it that. That's reasonable. That's reasonable. Oh, right, I forgot something. Gotta flip this over. There we go. Now the shield's complete. I forgot. It flips around. There's a little red stripe. So now you can see the actual red cross right there. Yeah. Works for me. Oh, yes. And he's not using his sword. Sword! You've got these push-to-fire missiles. Ooh, spring-powered. No, those are not push-to-fire. Those are spring-powered. I didn't know that. Nice transparent. It can be water or laser. You decide. And it doesn't really matter which way they go in. That's strange. I thought they were friction missiles, but they're not. They're actually, wow. I'm gonna vacuum under your bed, Bouquet. Good range. Good range. That's about a meter, 3 feet. Not bad. Not bad. And then you have this thing pops out. Nice. Very nice. Plastic is thin, but it doesn't give way. So it's kind of like right on the edge of too thin. I suppose this is what you could consider their experimental phase. You know, how thin, like Space Deleter, they said, okay, we can make the plastic this thick, and people really liked it. And then here's one where we're going to see how thin can we get it, and you know, will people complain, or how thin can we get it, and people it won't warp or distort or crack or anything like that. So this is third generation of Giant Savers, so that the Audley is playing around with their mechanics at this point. They're like, okay, we've done it twice. Let's see which way can we go. We got an initial product out, and yeah, it was not bad. It wasn't perfect, but it was not bad. And then we have our second product, which is like, okay, yeah, that worked really well. I've heard very few of any complaints about the Space Deleter mecha. Very few. Actually brought some really nice things to the table. And I like the color scheme. You know, people complain about the people complain that the face, the cheeks and the mouth and the nose, they say that there's too much paint on there, that it kind of distorts the face. Like there's so much paint on it that it actually like messes up somehow it like distorts the mold, the mold or something like that. I'm looking at this right now and I don't see a problem with that. I think the thickness is fine. Oh, by the way, he can look to one side or the other. That's great. That it's actually ahead of a Super Sentai Robo in that regard. Can the head turn all the way? No, it cannot because it bumps into the collar. You can actually turn the head to the side. And I really like the hazardous, or the hazard. Stay clear. I'm friendly. I'm here to help you. Neon yellow. I do like that. Is it missing on the back? No, it doesn't need to be on the back. Why that's on the back, I don't know. I mean, why is this even included in this set? I don't know. Is it a drone? Is it? It's not a shield, because that's kind of taken up by the pink or what? Yeah, it must be pink. There's no such thing as a White Ranger that has a pink stripe on her. It's not a shield, because that responsibility's taken. And by the way, look how this accordion's out. I mean, it's not just that this folds around, but this actually turns around, then it folds. And there's this whole orchestra of things that happens. That's really nice. Oh, does this turn? Oh, it does. Why does this turn? Oh, I guess I knew that already. Derp, 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 derp. Oh, I see. Okay, never mind. It folds around for the vehicle mode. Okay. There is Giant Saber Rescue Engine. Awkward to say, but English is like that sometimes.